Hi, guys. I was putting some lip gloss on because my mouth or my lips are dry. Hi, everyone. It's been a minute. We're going to let everybody come in. This is going to be, we're going to do readings for the second half of March, from now until the end of March. We'll let everybody, it was kind of like a last minute thing for me to do. I have to do this when I feel good. And I've had a couple of good days in a row. So here we are. Hopefully YouTube is putting out a notification. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was just talking to myself. What's going on? Great. Oh, good. Maybe the notification finally hit. Oh, good. You just woke up. That's fantastic. That's great timing. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to let a few more people kind of spill in. I hope you all are doing well. Let me know how you're feeling and how things are going. I've been sort of in my own little bubble for a little while, for like a week now. Well, guess it's been. I don't know. I feel better today. So, oh, you're depressed? Oh no. Well, hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better just being here. I'm glad you're great, Julia. And it's okay to be depressed or sad or upset right now. Like, I don't want you to like love and light yourself into believing that you are better than you actually are. It's okay to feel that. We'll wait for a few more people to come in before I talk about how I'm feeling and what's going on and any updates with that. I do appreciate that, like all of the emails and direct messages and everybody, giving me their opinions and stuff like that. It's very, very sweet. A lot of people are sort of, you're not a love and lighter. That's okay. I'm surrounded by people that are not full of love and light, but they are still amazing, wonderful people. So there you go. Sometimes we have to have cynics around too. But yeah, so things are okay. Things are good. So far, so good. Every day is a question mark. Every day is a big fat question mark. I'm glad you guys are doing well. I guess we'll just start with the car. YouTube is just driving me crazy with their notifications and stuff. It's like, could you make everybody visible? That would be fantastic. Yes, I am. I'm using the This Might Hurt Tarot deck. Thanks, Kat, for bringing that up. This is a deck by Isabella Rotman. And it is pro people. It is pro humanity. Thank you. Just had them done. She's amazing. Isabella Rothman is amazing. And yeah, you have to go to her website to get the deck, though. It's not like on Amazon or anything. So I think the website is thismighthurttarot.com. Hi, Sean. I'm so glad you're a Virgo too. You've said it like 3 times. You've said it like 3 times in the chat. So I will acknowledge that you're a Virgo, so you don't feel like you have to use your energy to do that anymore. Welcome, welcome. I've been told that I can kind of be mean sometimes when I say things, so I'm trying not to be mean. I don't mean to. Like, I feel like I have to censor myself sometimes. Let me see. This might hurt. Yeah, it's thismighthurttarot.com. That's where you will find her deck. And I guess there was like an accidental misprint of the black pearl edges. So my health stuff. It's okay. It's good. We have more answers. When we get more answers, and it's sort of like a day-to-day process. And as we get more answers and we can move forward with the process a little bit more, I am staying positive. I have good days and bad days. I have a really amazing support system. I am isolating myself, not because I'm sick with like the coronavirus, but because my immune system is compromised. I'm isolating myself. So for those of you that have been worried about how I'm feeling, that's how I'm feeling. I have good days and bad days. I am doing my best to feel physically, because my spirit is still, I don't know that anything could really break my spirit, but my spirit's still pretty good. But my physical is really the thing that we're more focused on right now. So I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to start with the reading, and I'm just going to go by sign. If somebody could do me a really big favor and do the timestamps for each sign when I get to each sign, that would be really great. That would be an amazing thing for you to do for me. We're going to start with Aquarius. It's Aquarius season is only 5 days away. We're going to start with them. So this will be for the last 2 weeks of March for Aries. Do we have any Aries here? Well, I'm not doing it by picking signs. I'm going to go from Aries all the way to Pisces in the normal order. So Sag is going to be, thank you very much, Heidi 3E. I always forget your real name, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, Aries, my cards are upside down. The first card we have out for Aries is the Sun. So there is, oh, Heidi. Of course it's Heidi. Of course your name's Heidi with the way that you spelled it. It was very clever. Aries, I need you to take a deep breath. The cards don't want to come out. There we go. That's awesome. Okay. This makes sense. So we have the Sun. This is why you guys did not want the cards to come out. The 5 of Swords. And the Lovers. Okay, so with the Sun, the 5 of Swords, and the Lovers, Aries, I feel like you're healing. You're either dealing with a Gemini or a Leo, but there's some kind of deception that you're healing from. No, it's Aries, not Aquarius, but it's Aries. Aries, I feel like you're sort of healing from some kind of deception, but are you hanging on to It's Aries, not Aquarius. We're on Aries right now. We're going to go from Aries to Pisces. We're going in order. I know that I don't normally do it in order, but today that's what we're going to do. Are you telling yourself that this is, I feel like there's more to this healing process than you're letting yourself believe in. It's like, are you still lying to yourself that this relationship is going to happen? Is that what is happening here? Is it because I feel like with the Lovers, I mean, yes, the connection is probably very, very real. Like, I'm not going to deny that. There's no doubt about it. This connection is very real. The thing, though, with the Lovers is sometimes those connections can be so strong that we can lie to ourselves that we have to wait around for that person in order, you know, that, oh no, I'm just going to wait for them. I know that this is what we're supposed to be doing. I don't care if he lied, cheated, or did whatever, or she lied and cheated or did whatever. I'm still going to wait for this person. I have hope. When we do that, when we hold on to the person where we think that they're going to change or we can change them in some way, that's when the Five of Swords comes out, because you're literally lying to yourself that it's going to work. Ooh, a Leo with a sharp tongue. Gee, that's not. So the Ace of Swords on the Sun, something came to light. You got some information, or this situation, or this, you know, whatever it is, and it wasn't pretty, that Five of Swords, but I don't want you to dwell on, I mean, if it's something where somebody deceived you, or you realized that somebody was very deceptive, it's time to know what it is, and now we move on, right? We do need to heal. And this was almost like that Ace of Swords is the universe saying, this had to come out this way. Let's see what this Five of Swords is. Deep breaths. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. I get it. And this is exactly what I'm saying, Aries. That Ten of Swords on the Five of Swords. If it almost, I almost want to say it couldn't be more of the worst possible case scenario than it already is. You know what I mean? It's like whatever information that you found out about this person, it was like the worst thing that you could have found out about the person. Like, there's not, and so I feel the pain. I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, if you wouldn't have found out about the information with this person, you would have just kept on going along on your merry little way, thinking that everything was going to be fine and dandy and you guys were going to be together and life was going to be good. La-di-da. Hi, David. Yeah, Catherine, I would not be surprised, considering it has to do with a relationship. I would not be surprised. Okay, so this was the turning point. Whether this information came out and it ended a relationship, or whether this relationship came out and now you're sort of having to rebuild from a different place with this relationship, either way, it shifted for the better, right? So we have the Wheel of Fortune on the Lovers. It shifted for the better. And that's why this Ten of Swords, albeit very, very painful, this Ten of Swords, this Ace of Swords, this information that came out that made you feel like everything was done, everything was over, everything was done. You have to understand that it had to happen this way, because it benefited your particular journey. Okay, Aries? I'm sorry for those of you who are in a lot of pain right now. That was not an easy reading to get through. Hi guys. Hi everybody who's coming in. As you're coming in, if you could hit that the thumbs up, the like button for me so we can like get this video. For some reason, the notification, YouTube hates me in notifications. I don't know what that is. Even people who are subscribed and have the like hit the bell, for some reason, it's like, I don't know. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll do another health update in a few minutes for those of you that are still coming in. So we just did Aries, and now we're going to do Taurus. I'm actually going to shuffle because I want to get the energy moving. I might even light some sage. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, any of your personal planets. This could Mercury, because it'll resonate the most for you with your Sun, Moon, and Rising. But sometimes if you're looking at love stuff, you'll want to look at Venus. If you're looking at communication stuff, I don't know why I felt like before I did the Taurus reading, I had to light incense. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Oh, hey, Corey. Cal's here too. Yay. Oh, and Amanda's here, the gang. All right, Taurus. Funny. So we're going in order. Wow. We just did Aries. Now we're on Taurus. And we're doing the last 2 weeks of March. So this is what you guys can expect. If you guys could hit the thumbs up button, it actually makes me visible to YouTube. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it takes all of that business to do it. Okay. So it's really interesting. So I feel like you guys feel like you have to fight against something. The 9 of Wands, I have the 10 of Swords, and I have the Strength card. Now, what's interesting about the 10 of Swords is even though it's saying that like the worst is over, this is why I had to burn the incense, because it's like for some reason YouTube's deleting comments. I didn't know that. Sorry, I'm interrupted the Taurus reading. My bad. I didn't know that was happening. Oh, I love Amanda. My best friend Amanda works. She does Reiki healing and readings on animals and horses, and specifically works with horses, which is amazing to me. Like, it's fantastic. Anyway, okay. Back to Taurus. Back to the reading. Sorry. Okay, so the 9 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, and Strength. I feel like you guys are fighting against something. And the 10 of Swords for me, even though it means that the worst possible case scenario is like you are not, the worst part is over. The 10 of Swords is also going to the worst possible case scenario. So for me, the 10 of Swords is like somebody saying that they're going to text you when they get somewhere and they don't do that. And then automatically you're thinking they're dead in a ditch on the side of the road. That's the 10 of Swords. So, but it's also a completion. So you don't actually have to be doing that to yourself. And with the Strength card over here, I feel like there's this battle between wanting to think the worst, but also wanting to think the best at the same time. You could also be dealing with a Leo energy that I mean, like, it feels like you're fighting against this Leo energy. Let's see what the Nine of Wands is. Because the Nine of Wands is not even needing, it feels like you guys are coming to the end of a cycle where you don't have to fight anymore, but you're still like hanging on to things like by a thread. Like, if you let go of that comfortable feeling of having to fight, then what do you have left? That's the feeling that I have. Hi, Michelle. Oh, wow, that's a lot. 3 cards for 1 card. Okay. Oh, see, and this is why you don't have to fight anymore. So the Nine of Wands is saying that you don't have to fight anymore. And why do you not have to fight anymore? Because it's time for you to get what you have been wanting and what you deserve. Judgment and the Star and the Nine of Cups. But I'm on Taurus right now, Michelle. So with the Star and Judgment is basically saying that the universe is taking care of you. You could be dealing with an Aquarius energy too, but that Aquarius energy and the Nine of Cups is basically the same thing. What have you been wishing for? What is it that you've always wanted? It's sort of like right in front of you, and I can understand with this Ten of Swords because it's almost like when something good happens, you're like waiting for the shoe to drop. You're waiting for the basket to drop. You're waiting for that thing to fall through. And so you stay guarded in the Nine of Wands. But when you stay guarded, it's very hard to open up to everything that is being presented to you. So let's see what the Ten of Swords page of, because the Page of Swords can be kind of a catty character, if you will. I feel like, I sort of just want to like clarify the Page of Swords too, because I feel like somebody is either saying something to you or you're saying something to someone else about, you're like, oh, Nine of Pentacles on the Page of Swords. For yourself, or say how you really feel about something, and it may have to do with your independence or your own self-esteem or your own self-assurance. But see, here's the thing, is if you want to have a conversation with somebody about how you feel, like, I need to have independence, I need to have like whatever it is, and you're afraid to have that conversation because you're afraid that it's going to come out the worst possible case scenario, then the person that's on the receiving end of the conversation, it's almost as if, are you worried that they're not going to understand? Kind of, and this may be even like in work, like it could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be there's nothing saying that this is in a relationship, but it could be work, relationship, family stuff. Whoa, why does that always happen with you guys? Do you remember the reading I did when the cards exploded? It was like, I want to say it was in 2018. Thank you for that. Queen of Cups on this. This may be either the person you need to have the conversation with, or the person that's giving you strength to have the conversation, or it could be you always have a lot on your minds. But that's the thing, is like you're not getting it out. Like if it sits in your mind, that's where the Ten of Swords comes from, right? I mean, but that's just me. And then I go on a tangent and get it all out all at the same time, like all at once. But the Queen of Cups with strength. And the other thing is if you're a Taurus that has heavy water energy, you have to understand that regardless of what you have to say to other people, being true to yourself is going to give you the most opportunities, and the most strength, right? Oh, did you not know that April 25th is a Taurus, David? I hope that helped you guys. Well, we're sort of like, yeah. We pretend that we're perfectly fine. Earth signs do. But it's all an act. Hi, Melissa. Sorry I didn't see you there. All right, so on to Gemini. Let's see what's going on with perfectly fine. Cal's perfectly fine. He's lying. Not all the time. You're welcome, Michelle. I think the biggest thing, Taurus, honestly, I think the biggest thing to remember with that reading is that you're basically being handed the things that you've been manifesting and wishing and wanting and hoping for. And it's all coming to, and maybe it's not happening fast enough, which is really ironic that that would be the case for a Taurus if it's not happening fast enough, you know? So, yeah. Hi, Sandra. Yes, we're on Geminis. What's going on with the Geminis? I did do your reading yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that. Okay. So you guys showed up loud and proud with the Lovers in your own reading. Hello. The Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords and the Lovers. So either this is about you. I have a feeling this is about you. Like maybe it's about a relationship. If you want it to be about a relationship, if that's what resonates, that's fine. But I'm going to read it as if this is just for you. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I did a quick update earlier about the health stuff. I'll do another one in the middle. Like we'll pause after I do 6 signs for a minute and chat. So the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords. I feel like things, it literally feels like there's a whole bunch of stuff just sort of like flying at me, right? And I don't have control over it. And that's what the Eight of Wands feels like to me, is that it feels like there's a lot of information, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of stuff coming at me. And with the Four of Swords, I want to say that with all of this stuff that's going on right now, it's very, very easy to lose yourself within it. So allowing yourself to take a step back, meditate, really breathe, turn off the news, turn off the TV. I've had to be told, like people have had to tell me, a particular person has had to tell me several times, like turn off the TV, don't watch it today, don't go on social media, like give yourself a break from the chaos. You're going to get the information that you need, right? So, I didn't want to make it, I didn't want to make any of the readings about what's going on, but that's what this feels like it's directed towards. It feels like there's so much, and there's nothing that we can really do except for be aware of ourselves. And in being aware of ourselves, we can also take care of other people and be healthy for other people. Does that make, I hope that made sense. And so, because I feel like some of you are concerned about, there's just too much. There's just so much happening and you don't even know where to look anymore. And so what we need to do is turn inwards and look inwards. Yeah, see all of the information, all of the information, all of the information, Ace of Swords. There's a lot. It's a lot. And there's got to be a time where you have to say, I'm going to unplug from everything that's going on and just focus on myself and allow myself to be reassured and rest. Yeah, see, Ace of Cups. I love it. I love it when Spirit does, like, it couldn't have been a perfect reading. Like, everything I'm saying for you guys is coming out. Self-care is huge right now. Not just for Geminis, but for everybody. But in particular, the Gemini needs to hear you can't do anything else but save yourself, right? And it's not that I don't want you to care about other people, and it's not that I don't want you to be worried about what's going on in the world, but if you cannot control it, and the only person you can control is yourself, that's the attention you need to take. And you need to rest, and you need to allow yourself to oh, good. Two of Swords. Yeah. See what it is that you can't control. It's so funny because with the Two of Swords on the Lovers, it's like, what am I missing? It's almost like this feels like the FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss some kind of information that I need. I'm going to miss like an announcement. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss that. And so it's almost like you're totally inundating yourself with all of this information that you don't need to do, right? That you don't need to do. And self-care on a financial side is wonderful to do. I feel like because there is like such a huge reset that's going on right now, allowing yourself to take a step back and self-care on every level, huge, right? Don't overwhelm yourself with things that you cannot control. Because the thing that you can control the most is you, 100%. And I feel like that's a message for not just Geminis, but for everybody. I got to take a quick, I got to run and yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Good. I'm glad that helped, Sandra. So I just almost lost it. Cancer. Hi, Designed by the Divine. I like that name. Ooh, did you just fall? So we have the Nine of Swords. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords. Cancer, I feel like you have to have a conversation with somebody too, and you're kind of losing your mind about it. Like, I feel like you are not even able to sleep. You're right here in the middle. I love this King of Cups card. It came out during the Scorpio reading I did this morning. But if you look at him, he's literally in the middle of the ocean in a rowboat and a fishing hat. And he's an old man. It's really cute. And here's the thing, Cancer, is if you're holding out on speaking your truth or being honest with somebody about something and it's giving you anxiety, and I even had that discussion this morning, with Scorpio too, which is really interesting that this is coming up with. So you might be like a Cancer that has Scorpio placements, and maybe that's why this resonates. But you cannot hide your truth or not speak your truth because you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. I understand why you would want to do that, but when it comes down to it, if we're always holding on to our own truth and we're not speaking our own truth because we don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, then we're always going to be in the Nine of Swords because there's always going to be that anxiety that we are feeling. So let's see. Page of Wands. The Page of Wands on the Nine of Swords. That is definitely, and maybe somebody said something to you. Maybe there was a conversation that somebody had with you, and that's what put you in anxiety mode. Let's see what the King of Cups is. I kind of want to clarify the Page of Wands because I feel like this is something that somebody said to you. Oh. Are you ignoring it? Oh, Cancer. Oh, the passiveness of a Cancer. The Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups. And I can say that because my Mars is in Cancer, and that makes me really passive aggressive. So I understand. I get it. So listen, Cancer, the Ten of Swords and the Four of Cups, you cannot ignore having a conversation because you're afraid that it's going to be in conversation a million times and nobody's listening. Hi, welcome. Thank you. But you can't ignore the fact that the conversation has to happen, right? You can't get in your rowboat and go into the middle of a lake and ignore everything that has to happen for you. I mean, if you want to, you can, but I guarantee you that the longer you wait to have this conversation, Cancer, the more anxiety that you're going to feel. Ooh, yes. See, and you're strong enough to be able to get through it. It could be with a Leo energy. But I feel like the Strength card on the King of Cups is saying that you are strong enough to get through this, no matter how difficult it is. To say, I feel like a lot of people are ending cycles right now, which makes a lot of sense because when we get into very stressful times, it's like you realize who's for you and who's against you when things get really stressful. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people are ending cycles, but after an ending of a cycle, there's always a new beginning. Maybe not always, but for the most part there is. So let's see what this Page of Swords. Be very careful on, like, yes, you can speak your truth, right? You can speak your truth, but be very careful about how you speak your truth or what you're saying. It's not about, like, we don't want to hurt other people's feelings on, it's their responsibility to be receptive to what you said. And they can either decide to not get upset and like detach themselves. Because a lot of times when we're speaking our truth, we have to remember that it is not personal to other people. It is personal to us. And if that hurts somebody's feelings, but you don't want to say things purposefully to hurt a person's feelings, I feel like you might regret that. With Judgment and the Five of Cups on the Page of Swords. You want to be able to speak your truth in a capacity that you won't regret later. But at the same time, I mean, it's a very fine line to walk, you know, when you're speaking your truth and you want to make sure that everybody's on the same page with it. But that's the other thing is, like, you start speaking your truth, Cancer, and you learn really, really fast who is for you and who is against you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But you are strong enough to get through this. I believe in you. The next couple of weeks, they're going to be very, very interesting for everybody, I feel like. Amanda and I have actually been talking about that, David, on whether we want to do another Twin Flame Chronicles video. There's just been so much that's been going on with that, with the whole Twin Flame stuff. So she and I have to like sync our watches too, because we're both extremely busy. Let's see what's going on with Leo. Ooh. Moving on up, Leo. Moving on up. Hi, Joey. Oh, dang. Talk about endings and beginnings. All right. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool. And we have the Page of Wands. It almost feels like a childlike wonder in a way. Leo, I feel like you want to start something new. Or you're getting an energy, there's this shifting motion, whether you've already shifted it, but this is for the next 2 weeks, right? So whether you've already allowed yourself to let the Wheel of Fortune shift, my ring is too small for me. I got to put, it's like not, or it's too big for me. It's not big enough for another finger, but it's too big for my ring finger anymore. So whether you've already allowed this shift to happen or it's coming, right? There's a new beginning, and it feels like with this Page of Wands, because the Page of Wands is, the fire page, but it's the more childlike version, if you will, of the fiery energy. So let's see what this shift is. Hi, Kirsty. Fix My Life podcast. Oh my gosh. I love that name. Oh man. Okay. All right, Leo. So we have the Hanged Man and the Chariot clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. These are all major arcanas. And it's so funny because I feel like the Leos of the world just looked at me and they're like, listen here, Virgo. We all know that you're mutable and you like to do shifts and changes really quickly, but just because I'm a fire energy doesn't mean I move fast. Because it's fixed fire, right? So the Hanged Man and the Chariot, I feel like you are ready for a change. You want something to shift. Hi, Sil. You want something to shift and you're ready for a change. But I think that you're still trying to figure out what step to take to get there. That Hanged Man, it doesn't feel like you're confused. The Hanged Man doesn't feel confused. Like you know what you want. You know where your sights are, but the getting everything together and getting the plan together and actually putting everything into action, that's where you feel a little bit stuck. And again, because of everything that's happening in the world, I 100%. For some of you, this might have been that you were planning on like taking a trip or something, and all of a sudden that was stopped because of all of the travel restrictions, right? Or, but a lot of this could be that you're on this journey in your life, right? And everything is sort of up in the air right now. And it's okay. A lot of times when we're put on a force, this is what I would call a forced pause. A universal forced pause. It doesn't happen very often where like the entire world is on a universal forced pause. But for some reason, that's what we're all going through. You can still make changes in your life towards this shift and start new things, even if you feel like you're up in the air. So with the Fool card, let's look at the Fool and see what this new beginning is. you might have to take some risks. And when I say that, I mean, obviously I'm a Virgo, so I'm going to say take your calculated risks. Don't just like jump off the cliff without knowing that there's like a net down there somewhere. But it does feel like you're going to have to make some fast decisions, some quick and fast decisions. Ooh, 7 of Cups and 7 of Swords. So I feel like part of you is worried that with all of the decisions and all of the options that you have, that you might betray some people in the process. Again, I'm going to say it again. When it comes to your truth and it comes to your journey, as long as you're not purposefully trying to hurt other people, don't stop what you're doing just because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. As long as you're not doing it purposefully, I don't see the reason why you should stop yourself from allowing yourself to move forward. Here's the thing. Hi, Sarah. Aurora, hi. I hear Canada is quite nice these days. I'd almost like to be there, not here. Hi, Tabitha. So the 7 of Swords and 7 of Cups, I feel like more than anything, you'll deceive yourself, Leo, by looking at this as something that you have to be really, really confused on or not sure of, or, oh my gosh, there's just so many things that I could do. Don't, no toilet paper. Oh no. I just think that's the funniest thing ever, that's this conversation yesterday. That's the thing that everybody went for? Really? I heard some people are actually having bidets installed in their homes also for this. Oh, thanks, Kira. My ramen shirt. You all can see that. My favorite type of men is ramen. The 8 of Cups and the 9 of Cups on the Page of Wands. Here's the thing. In order for you to get what you want and what you desire, you're going to have to emotionally detach yourself from the things that are no longer serving you, Leo. And it's really hard sometimes. You don't get it. I was wondering this shirt for me, believe it or not. The 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups with the Page of Wands. You're going to have to make this decision for yourself. You're going to have to make this decision on what it is that you want to do. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I would say your name, Delphi. I hope I didn't ruin that name I hope I didn't like ruin your name. But the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups with the Page of Wands. Be honest about what you have to walk away from. And allow yourself to receive, Leo. There's so much reception here that you're getting, right? There's so many things that are happening to benefit. It's like a happier time, but you're letting it get clouded. You're letting this happy time get clouded for the confusion that's happening in the world, right? We all have to remember to stay very, very centered right now so that we can keep moving forward. Oh, good. I didn't butcher your name. So Virgo is next. Thanks, Aurora. I love you guys too. I'm interested to see the Virgo reading, to be quite honest. I don't know if I'm going to resonate with it, but here we go. Deep breaths, Virgos. I know most of you are probably losing your minds right now. You might, Chris. You might. We'll get to Sag, Dave. We'll get to Sag. We'll get there. Just deep breaths, you guys. If you hold your breath, the cards won't come out. Okay. It's funny. Okay, so the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. I feel like some of us are getting information, and I love when the aces come out, and I love that the Ace of Swords came out with Virgo, because we're so up in our heads all the time that when we finally get the answer to something, or finally get the information to something, whether it comes intuitively, whether it comes from an outside source, it doesn't matter how it comes, it automatically eases us, right? It automatically helps us feel a little bit better. And so that's why I was like, I'm sure that a lot of Virgos are probably losing their minds right now, because it feels like there's so much information that's happening all the time, that, the process for us to stay poised and in control is very difficult. And for those people who have never actually seen a Virgo in distress, which is very rare, like you have to be very, very close to the Virgo to see them in distress. For somebody who hasn't seen that, they would never actually understand what it takes for a Virgo to move forward anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, so I feel like there's some kind of information that helps the Chariot to move forward. Now, ooh, there you go. The Magician. I love the Magician in this deck. Look at him. He's just kind of a badass. And he looks like Michael Jackson in that red leather suit. No, Eddie Murphy, sorry, in the red leather suit. I don't know where I got Michael Jackson from. But he looks like a modern day. Anyway. Okay. So, and the Magician represents the Virgo energy. You could also be dealing with a Cancer energy with this, but it feels like there's some kind of information. Now, Virgo, I want you to understand, and if you're constantly waiting for that information to come in for you to move forward, you're going to end up stuck. You're going to end up getting, with all of this, is to let it keep flowing. Let the Chariot keep moving forward. I know that it's really like, that's kind of naive of me to think that, oh, sure. I know Michael Jackson was a Virgo. I'm using the This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. You can get it on her website, thismighthurttarot.com. She's going to be like full of orders, and probably after I show this. Okay, here we are. Oh, you got information on how to take care of yourself. So with the Ace of Cups for me is the self-care card. And that resonates with me for sure. But the Ace of Cups can also be an offer from somebody else. But I feel like more than anything, hi, Jesselyn. Jesselyn's here. This Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords is like the universal nod that that everything is sort of falling into place the way that it's supposed to. The Chariot. Okay, so the Six of Cups on the Chariot. Of course, this turned into this kind of a reading. So you might have met somebody That might have been this person like showing up in your life. And here's the thing, Virgo, is when it sort of comes like as a shock to you or out of the blue or something like that, it can be very hard to believe sometimes, right? And with the Six of Cups, it's sort of undeniable. It could be with a Cancer. There could be a Cancer or even a Gemini energy. So then the Magician with the Four of Wands. And this is that stability aspect, you know, and allowing yourself to believe that you did create this existence. You did create this reality. You did create this journey that you're on. And whatever connections that you've brought along the way or you've met along the way are also supporting you and are also there. So this is an amazing, I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised by it. So fantastic. Things look good, Virgo, for the next 2 weeks. Keep your mind out of it. Keep your mind out of it. Oh, that's really cute, Heidi. Hold on a second. We're going to chat for a minute and just kind of, I'm going to get some energy back. Oh, that's awesome that you're connecting with a Virgo later today after a long falling out. So for those of you that weren't here in the beginning that heard, that didn't hear about my health update, it's sort of a day-to-day process. There are some days that I feel really, really good, and there are other days that I feel kind of and then there are some days where I feel like such crap that I can't even get out of bed. So it really depends. I am doing better. We do have more answers. Like we're constantly getting new answers and new updates we're dealing with. And I also have another infection that I'm on antibiotics for. And that's the thing that really wiped me out because my immune system is already compromised. I really am extremely grateful for the support. But I do feel like because like this is my job. This and it's not just my job. I love to do this. I for 3 years have been in front of a camera with you guys. And you've been a part of my journey. I've been a part of yours. And that's not going to stop. Like I'm going to be here. For the first time in 3 years, I had to actually refund and postpone and cancel some readings. And I've never had to do that before. So it's been a really big transition time for me to pay attention to my feelings, to how I'm feeling. My spirit, it's really hard to break my spirit. I am not a person that breaks easily. And if you know me really well, you know that that is like so much of the truth that it's scary sometimes. And I have an amazing support system. My support system is like out of this world. I could not ask for more. And I still go out and get like my essentials and everything, but I do have myself in isolation. I'm not in contact with a lot of people because my immune system is compromised still. So, and I am taking care of myself. And that's what I think I want you guys to know the most is I am not going to do anything that is out of my capacity of energy. And if I do, I have people that are checking me on it. So I don't want you guys to worry about me. I don't want you to worry that I'm doing too much. One of the biggest reasons why I had to cancel personal readings or postpone them is because that takes more energy out of me to do one personal reading for someone than to read a general reading for the public. I don't know why that's different for me than some people, but I think for some readers, it's the opposite. It's harder to read for the general and it's easier to read personal readings. But for me, and I don't want to give any kind of like half-assed reading if I'm not feeling very good, you know, to somebody who's paying me money. So Melissa said, you can't tell me what to do. I'll worry if I want. Okay. If you want to worry about me, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, I mean, like Jesselyn just said, we're on her ass, y'all. Like, I have people reminding me, and this was a huge wake-up call for me. For a very long time, I did not pay attention to my health. And so this is a huge wake-up call to me. And because I am so psychic in my own body, that when I don't feel healing vibes, all of that stuff, my nose is running an awful lot. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back, and then we'll get started on Libra. These people when we go on the commercial break. Okay. Let's get started with Libra. I'm a Libra rising, so Kara, that Aries reading, you need to go back and watch it. It's the very first one. I think it starts around 8 or 9 minutes. But I'm glad you made it. Libra, what do you want, Libra? What do you want? I love it when the cards fly. I saw that on your Instagram. All right, what the hell, Libra? What's going on? What the hell? You don't even know. Okay, so Libra needs to ask themselves what it is that they really want. Because I think that I feel like part of you, you want sleep. I think a lot of us want sleep. Page of Cups and 5 of Swords. I feel like what you think you want isn't really what you want. For some of you. I think some of you, Tabitha, I guess I should probably preempt you guys also that I know that I've been sick for a while, much longer than when I announced it to you guys. And I have an amazing group of doctors that are Western doctors and Eastern doctors or Eastern practitioners. And I have a huge healing energy network too. So I appreciate like every single person that's telling me what they think that I need to do, but you don't have all of the information, right? And everybody on this side does have all the information. So I appreciate that, but save your energy. Seriously, like don't try to heal me with your suggestions. Save your energy, because I guarantee you we've already thought of it. We've already been there. Okay, back to the Libra reading. It's like I feel like I don't want to say that to be mean. I just want to say that to let you guys know that it's not necessary. Like, I don't want you to waste your energy and time on me. All right, I'm shutting up now. Page of Cups, 5 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. I think that you're giving your energy more to the confusion, or it's like you have so many options. There are so many things up in the air that it's hard to like pin something down. And I think that within all of the confusion, there's this part of you that really wants one thing out of it. But I think that that's like a short term. It's like you're trying to, I did say that in the Virgo style. And sometimes I hate myself that I do that, but it's just who I am. I don't want you to lie to yourself, Libra, and think that there is one thing, one particular thing that's going to help you. You see? David. All right, Page of Cups. Let's read the Page of Cups. Let's see what it is that Libra wants. What is it that you think that you want so badly that, because the Page of Cups is about the longing, the desiring, the I want, the give me. Y'all gonna like talk to me, or I mean in the cards, in the energy. How long do we do this? There we go. Oh. You know what, Libra, if you want more communication, then that's okay. So I have the Page of Wands and the Page of, what do you want to say? What do you think is not being said? 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords comes up. There's a lot of information that's happened. That Ace of Swords has been very busy today in all of the readings. It has shown up in almost every single reading. And I think it's because this is such a big time of being open and honest and allowing yourself to trust in the process, that Ace of Swords has to be there, because it's not about, so the 5 of Swords is lying to yourself. The 5 of Swords is, do you love me for my Virgo-ness? Trying to convince yourself that you don't have what you want, but you do have it. I know that sounded really confusing and weird, but that's what's coming. That's how it's coming to me. It's like, it's actually right in front of you. You've actually already been handed what it is that you want. Why are you asking for more? Why is it that you want more out of a situation, even though, and is it because, I wanted to say, is it because of mixed signals? Is it because you think that there's something there that's not? But again, I want to go back to that being in your brain. Let's see, 6 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So much indecision. You know what's really funny is I don't remember, starting to pay everybody $1 to make decisions for her. I was like, that is so on brand, first of all, for a Libra, because you don't know where to put your energy. There's too much going on. There's so much that's happening right now with that Knight of Wands on the 6 of Pentacles. Look at that. You don't know where to put your energy. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So whatever it is that you think that you wanted, or whatever it is that's right in front of you, is exactly what you need. But for some reason you think that you need more because there's so much this is FOMO again. We're going through the FOMO. Same way that Gemini went through the FOMO. We're going through the FOMO. 7 of Cups. Seven of Swords and the Star. The Chariot. Sorry, I had to look at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot is at the bottom. Well, which is really funny because I feel like everybody needs a getaway, but where are we going to go? Like, you can't go physically anywhere to escape what's happening right now. You can't. It's impossible to go anywhere in the world to escape what's happening. Well, maybe not 100% impossible, but it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to get away from everything that's going on. So what do? You go within, which is why we've been preaching going within, practicing present moment, allowing yourself to be present. You're in between the FOMO and the phobia. I love that phobia is now a thing now, the fear of being infected. So there is a very real fear that's moving from the fear of missing out to the fear of being infected. And the biggest thing is allowing yourself to see, right? There could be an Aquarius that you feel a little bit deceived by also, and that's creating a lot of confusion for you. The Seven of Cups, it's creating a lot of confusion because with all of the unknowns that are going on, if one person creates confusion for you, it's like all over. Like everything is, you just can't even, you know? But with the Chariot, we're all still on our journey. We're all still in this journey. And just because we've sort of been, again, put on a forced pause, that doesn't mean that we stop living. That doesn't mean that we stop the journey. I know. So when I saw that, when I said that, I was like, Syl is basically fighting herself. There you go. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Those darn aquas, you guys sure do need to shape up. We'll see what's going on with you here in a little bit. Let's see what's up with Scorpio. I just did the Scorpio March reading this morning. Thanks for being patient with me, you guys, on getting the March readings out. All right, Scorpio. I don't even know if we have any Scorpios here. If you are a Scorpio and you're here, I appreciate you keeping everybody up to date, Heidi. Okay, so the 10 of Wands and Temperance. Either you're dealing with a Sagittarius that's been sort of a burden to you, or you are patiently waiting for a cycle to end that's been burdening you for quite some time. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, yay. So many Scorpios in the house. I love me a good Scorpio rising. You guys are fantastic. Okay, so if you feel a little bit stuck right now, Scorpio, that's totally normal. It's really normal for you to feel like you're not really sure which direction to go in or where you're headed or what's going on, what's happening. The last card that came out was the Hanged Man. Hi, Denise. So, being excuse me, being patient for the end of this battle is really going to pay off for you. This Hanged Man looks like an upside down lumberjack that's enlightened. An enlightened lumberjack. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm going to see what this overburdening is for you guys. This is a wonderful reading, but I feel like because of the reading that I did today, it feels like there's some sort of undercurrent as to why this might be. Okay. So your burden is on the love front. Oh man, Heidi, that's amazing. So the 10 of Wands, so we have the 2 of Cups on the 10 of Wands. So the relationship is a burden. You might have a relationship with a Sagittarius or a Pisces, but even if it's not with them, it's almost as if you need to know that you're no longer needing to carry this burden. This is something that you can put that down at any time now. It doesn't, you have to remember that the relationship doesn't define you. You have to define yourself first and then let the relationship happen. The High Priestess on the Temperance card. So again, more Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with the Pisces. And there's this needing to be patient with the unknown. The High Priestess knows everything. She hears everything. She sees everything. She feels everything. She doesn't necessarily say everything. So she has like all the answers, right? But it's your intuition. The High Priestess is your intuition. You already have all of the answers. And the more patient you are with yourself and the more you allow, because temperance isn't about just being patient. It's about balancing yourself out. It's about using your heart and your mind. It's the alignment, right? It's also telling you that you're being very well supported by the universe right now in whatever burden you're carrying. So let's see what the Hanged Man is. So the Chariot came out in reverse. And you guys know that I don't normally read reversals unless I absolutely feel like I have to, because it flew out like that. So and it makes sense, right? On the Hanged Man, the Chariot is in reverse. I understand that you feel like you can't move forward. So, oh man, that's really interesting. So, the Chariot in reverse on the Hanged Man is telling you that this is happening. You're being placed on pause in your life in order to recognize and realize that you are not defined by the relationship. You're defined by how you feel about yourself. You have all of the answers. This is your I understand the fear of that. Just try to not be afraid of the things that you can't control. You can control yourself, and you can help your daughter and be in control of her health as well, right? So trying not to be afraid of the things that you can't control are going to be, that's how you're going to get through this. And with the high blood pressure, breathing and meditating, there are a lot of really amazing guided meditation. If you can't seem to turn your brain off, guided meditation would be really, really good right now. So remember that. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Yes, Sag is here, Chris. Chris has been waiting the whole time. Right out the gate, right out the gate. Woo, and you showed up. Queen of Wands. Sagittarius. This is my moon sign. I'm a Sagittarius moon, and I resonate a lot. Okay, Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and the Hermit. Okay, so for some of you, like I'm literally hearing for some of you, you're just like isolating yourself with one other person and that's it. And you're like, I don't want anybody else around. That's who I am. For some of you, it's a Virgo. For some of you, it's a Gemini. For some of you, it's neither one of those. And, but what's really funny and interesting is as much as I feel like you guys sort of want to hide away from the world right now, and that's perfectly fine. Like, that's perfectly, I know, right? That's why I laughed. That's exactly why I laughed. But it's fine. If you want to hide away from the world, if you want to isolate yourself with one other person or no other people, if you just want to like be on your own too, that's perfectly fine. It's just really interesting that it feels very specific. Let's see what the Queen of Wands is. Ooh, maybe it's even the external fighting. That's interesting too. All right. Oh, there's a rush. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. The Nine of Wands on the Queen of Wands. So, and the Queen of Wands is Sagittarius. Okay. So, and whether you're a male or a female, doesn't matter at this point. It's all general, right? So, but that's the thing with it's kind of the same thing that really everybody's going through. But this one is very interesting in the fact that you're not even trying to fight, like you're letting the flow happen, and it feels like the rush is the flow. Did that make sense the way that I said that? All right, Kara, have a good day. Be careful, be safe. Love you too. But and then we have, so the Nine of Wands on the Queen of Wands is like, I'm not fighting. Like, this is not a fight. Like, I'm not battling. I'm not fighting. It's not going to happen. And then the Nine of Wands with the Lovers, it almost feels like if this is about a relationship for you, it almost feels like the outside world is trying to rush things, but the inside world is like your inner world is trying to calm things down, and the outside world is trying to rush things. That's why it feels like stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And Sagittarius is just trying to go with the flow of all of it. And sometimes it's very hard to do that. I feel like there might be some tests if there's a relationship going on through this, which with the Lovers, I'm pretty sure there is. It feels like there might be a test that's happening. But I feel like it ends up sort of, if you stay in your own lane, if you allow yourself to see things from your perspective and not the peanut gallery's perspective, it'll be fine. The Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Cups on the Hermit. There's this sense of wanting to be with people and wanting to be independent and on your own at the same time. So allowing yourself to recognize that is probably a really big thing where, that whole social distancing thing, like I'm not gonna lecture you guys on what you need, because I'm not an expert on what's happening with this virus. I just know what I've heard, and I know what I'm doing for myself to stay healthy and safe. And I sort of feel like that's what we need to remember is the social distancing is happening for a reason. It's not to ruin your life or to ruin your fun, because this is like a week in I know where I am, this is like spring break, right? The kids are out of school, yada, yada, yada. It's not about ruining your fun or ruining your plans or ruining your life. It's about staying safe. So I feel like there's that push and pull. What's interesting to me is with the Knight of Swords and the Lovers, if there are you're not in the fighting mood. You don't want to fight. And I don't know that it would be with the significant other. So don't do it. Ta-da. Hi, Melissa. David, you got your Sagittarius reading that you've been waiting for. And Chris. All right, Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. All right, so Capricorn, the seeds that you've been planting are happening. There's also a fire sign around, or some like that. I mean, tending the fire, making sure that everything is being taken care of. Pentacles, you're literally being it's being handed to you. So congratulations, first of all. Saturn moves out of Capricorn today. So, Four of Wands on the Seven of Pentacles. And that's it. The safety and security that you want, that you have been wanting, that you like, if you've been waiting to feel secure in your environment, it's here. Like, this is the easiest reading because I already know who it's resonating for. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the World. There you have it. So there's definitely the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And this is an opportunity to like start over again. It's an opportunity to refresh your life. It's an opportunity, you know, that Ace of Wands doesn't come around very often. And the World is the ending of a cycle, and allowing yourself to see that that's the ending of a cycle and not repeating the things you did in the past, the lessons that Saturn brought to you. You're finally getting the blessings from the lessons. King of Wands. Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands. Okay. Here's the thing, you guys, is don't carry the burden for other people right now. You really need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on, and I mean, I guess that I can't really tell you, you know, what to do. I can't tell you to not focus on the people that you care about. But I feel like with the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, and the Ten of Wands right in the middle, it feels like you're trying to carry the burdens of two other people. And it's not that, you know, like, I understand why you want to, but you have your own things to focus on. And maybe once this cycle is fully completed, right? Completion, completion, beginning, beginning. Awesome. I love it. Just make sure that you're not ruining. I am not. No. And honestly, Virgo is not my favorite sign. I love being a Virgo, but if I had my choice, I probably would not be a Virgo, to be quite honest, as much as I love being a Virgo. I love being a Virgo when I'm not crazy. When I'm not like in crazy Virgo mode, I love being a Virgo. Virgos completely understand me when I say that too, so they are not offended in the least. All right, Aquarius, you're next. Oh my God, Aquarius. All right. I literally want to say with the two cards that came out, that you have to have strength just to get through the day. That you have, because it's so mundane and it's so boring for you that you're like, oh my God, yeah, you are dreaming. I'm curious if Aquarians are like daydreaming a lot right now. So I have this strength card. I know, I'm looking at you, kid. The strength card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. It is so true with Virgo. Like, you guys aren't offended when I say that you would rather not be a crazy Virgo. Okay, so I feel like you guys are daydreaming. And it's fantastic. You know what and honestly, I'm not going to take that away from you. I want you guys to dream of a better day. I want you guys to dream of a better life and a better existence right now. I really want you to allow yourself to project yourself into a future that you're going to love. Here's the thing. If you don't focus on your everyday mundane tasks that you have to do, then you're not going to get to that dream. So that's why we push present moment. That's why we push ourselves, that's why I keep pushing you guys to stay connected in this present moment. Allow yourself to be connected in this present moment. So, because your dreams are born from this point. But if we're not at this point, then how do we get there? So let's see what the Strength card is. Temperance. Temperance on the Strength card. You're welcome, Val. Temperance on the Strength card. Go. And your patience with the everyday tasks, your patience with everything that you have to do, all of the steps that you have to take without skipping the steps, taking all of those steps and allowing yourself to see the pace of it. Ooh, 8 of Cups on the 8 of Pentacles. And walking away from the things that are no longer serving you emotionally. So, also, I want to ask you if you are burying yourself into work in order to not think of what it is that you have to leave behind. It's like, are you trying to distract yourself by, I don't think it's going to work. You can try and distract yourself right now. But let's see what the 3 of Wands is. Yeah, see, I think that you're either worried about the 9 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. This is what I mean by, if you can easily get yourself slipped up. If you're always thinking about a future where you, like, life would be better in the future, life would be better doing this, or life would be better doing that, or life would be better, whatever it is, whatever is going to be better for life, right? But constantly sitting in that state of mind of, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy. Something that, like, the anxiety from the past is creating anxiety for the future. That's what that feels like to me, which is really interesting. I mean, the rabbit hole that Aquarians can take themselves into is, I mean, it can rival a Virgo's brain, and that's hard to do. Like, I'm still shocked by it sometimes about how much you guys can become so convoluted in something that you totally believe in that you're not even in reality anymore. And that's not even a bad thing, because you guys have brilliant minds. Like, you're brilliant, right? But you can create a storyline for something that you don't even know the ending to. It's very interesting. But I love you guys just the same. So I think the moral of the story for the next 2 weeks, Aquarius, is to be patient with yourself. And I know that that's really hard to do right now. and allowing yourself to just continue to put one foot in front of the other every single day, even if it's really hard to get out of bed and do that sometimes, with all the fear and everything that's happening. Just remember to get out of bed, and don't worry about the what ifs. Don't worry about the things that are, what's to come. And meditation. I know it's hard for an Aquarius to meditate. Guided meditations are amazing. This is probably a really good time for me to plug that we are doing the group meditations with the membership. So if you would like to be a part of the weekly group meditations, you're welcome, Sil. If you would like to be part of the weekly group meditations, we are doing it in the membership. So you can become a member, a Patreon member, or a member of the channel by clicking the join button just underneath this video. It's for the exclusive. It's the top tier because they are weekly. Every once in a while, I make others available. And we are scheduled for tonight. So if you did not know that and you're already a member, go click on the community tab or go check Patreon. The information is there. And I'll put up a reminder as well. But you're welcome, Sil. I had a feeling that might resonate with you. All right, Pisces. Pisces. Pisces season 2020 is cleanup on aisle 5. Found out that they are the third party, or they found out that there is another person. I think that you have a decision to make. If this isn't, and a third party situation can be anything that gets in the middle of a relationship. Yeah, that's fine. So, the third party could be work, like your significant other works too much. The third party could be friends. Like they go out too much. The third party could be a lot of different things. It does not. We have judgment, which is judgment balances everything out. It sort of says, all right, the pendulum swung too far this way. We got to go back a little. And then we have the Two of Wands. So there's a decision that you have to make. You're at a crossroads, and you got to decide what to do about this. Let's see what the Three of Cups is. If this isn't a third party situation, this is like, do I get together with friends or do I not? And I'm going to say, please don't get together with friends right now. Now is really not the time to, I guess if you guys know that you're not sick. Strength card. I've never been a germaphobe in my entire life, and I feel like I'm becoming one. Because of all of this. And I can laugh at myself when I say that. It's really stupid. It is. It's so dumb to think that. So the Strength card on the Three of Cups. This could also be about coming together with like-minded individuals and there you go. But the thing is whatever it was that happened because of this third party situation, it came, and it could be a Leo that you're dealing with also, but it came to be, it helped you. It's actually it was a benefit to you, whether it feels like a benefit right now or not. If it doesn't feel like it's benefiting you right now, it will. It'll benefit. It'll be something that will benefit you in the long run. Let's look at Judgment. Two of Pentacles. And if you're trying to decide, like, what do I do? Like the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, there's clearly a decision, Pisces, that needs to be made, and allowing yourself to see that you're being supported. Judgment is also about being supported by the universe, right? So it was almost as if the decision was made for you. I don't know that you like that so much, though, right? I don't know that you would like that the decision was made for you. Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, and the High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. So you know your own intuition, Pisces. you know that whatever happened with this situation, that you're better for it. I mean, like 2, 2, 2. There are 3 2s here. And we have the 9 of Pentacles on the 2 of Wands. I think some of you are trying to decide whether you want to be single. I don't know what that means. Same readings. The 9 of Pentacles on the 2 of Wands. I feel like some of you are trying to decide whether you want to be single, or some of you are trying to decide how to create more abundance, or what road you need to take to be more self-sufficient or to be more abundant. Because that 9 of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency. It's Venus and Virgo. It represents Venus and Virgo. And your intuition is going to be the best thing that guides you right now, Pisces. Whew. That was exhausting. I haven't done that much reading in a while. So, thank you guys for being here, for all of them. And again, I am feeling better, but it is a day-to-day process. So I'm hoping that I will be able to be on the channel a little bit more in the coming week. I am going to work. I am doing the love readings. You're welcome. I am going to do the March love readings. That is still the plan. If you have a scheduled reading with me in March, please check your emails. Please check your emails. I have instructed Jesselyn to email everybody in March to see if they would like to have their reading postponed to April. And it'll be like mid-April, to be quite honest. So it's not going to be forever, but there are a few things that I have to do to be able to get my strength back. So I'm hoping that it'll be like the first week after April, but there are a few procedures that I have to have on April 1st. So we'll see. Anyway, if you have a reading scheduled with me, please check your email. And I understand that we are in really scary times, and you guys can find me on social media, or you can email me. I'm doing my best to keep up with my emails. I've kind of been bombarded since I made the announcement that I was sick. So I'm doing my best to keep up with all of that. And if I don't get back to you, find me on social media too. Say hi. Let me know how you guys are doing. Don't be afraid. Fear is the biggest thing. And I'm saying that to myself too. I have to look at myself every single day, and I have to be reminded by my people every single day to not be afraid, because thanks, Heidi. Please allow yourself to take precautions and turn off the TV every once in a while. Don't feed into all the hype that's going on. And I love you guys. And thanks for showing up today. Bye. I'm not from Oklahoma. Bye, guys.